I just got off the bus. I'm in New York and I want a craft beer. Where should I go?
Funny you should mention that. We're right here at Beer Authority, next to Port Authority, with port of entry for many people into New York City.
My name is Jimmy Ludwig.
My name is Mark Aldridge.
And we are the Happy Hour guys. Beer Authority, a tiny little dainty craft emporium just off Times Square. Just tiny little place.
Just thousands of square feet of craft beer.
99 taps downstairs, 22 taps up on the roof deck. What?
It's true. A roof deck in Midtown Manhattan. We're just a few steps away from Times Square. We're just a few blocks from Madison Square Garden. Central Park is just a stone's throw that way. This is quintessential New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the one, the only, Joe Donagher, who owns Beer Authority. Joe, thanks so much for having us.
Pleasure, Jimmy, yeah.
How long you guys been open now? How long have you been here on the corner of 40th and 8th, right across the street from the Port Authority?
Well, we opened on 2012, April 4th.
Joe, what brought you to craft beer? How did you find craft beer? I understand that you're from Donegal, I forget.
Oh, yeah. My grandfather, we bottled our own beers through Guinness, Middix and all back in Ireland. I've actually got some key kegs that are on the wall downstairs that my father made up for me from our grandfather when the different keg sizes he used to use.
There's a family tradition of bar ownership in the Donagher family.
Yeah, my grandfather started and my father and now here, but I didn't stay in Ireland doing it. I came over here. I travelled. People come in, they like the space, they like the beer, they love the beer because everybody from around the world wants a taste.
And you have a roof deck. Do you ever open it during the winter?
Well, we're going to open full time now, Monday through Sunday from this Monday on. The winter time we close it in, as you can see, and we heat space heaters up here, and we kind of try to open as much as we possibly can for parties, a lot of parties. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all winter, and drink good beer, of course. We got a lot of great brewers that come in. And they come in, they support us, and we try to support them back.
One of the things I love about Beer Authority is that, we're just south of Port Authority, just south of Times Square, just north of Madison Square Garden. So you get like this incredible mixing bowl of people. Every time I come here, I find like hockey fans, basketball fans who've traveled in from out of town, or tourists who just came into Port Authority, and they all meet up at your bar. Broadway actors, film people. It's become such a hub, not just for this neighborhood, for people coming into this city. Is that something you were aiming for, or is that just sort of a happy circumstance?
We like to not focus on one thing. We like to diversify ourselves and just make everybody happy. The main thing is, like, there wasn't much in Times Square. The likes of us and the other bars around, they're starting to give Times Square what they really need, so it's a nice buzz to get when people come in and say, oh, thank you very much, you got this beer on. I came from such and such a place, I didn't know it existed, you guys were here, and I said, we do our best, so.
And it's an embarrassment of riches here. You just talked to Jimmy about the number of taps, the number of beers that you carry.
Some people coming from north to south to go into the bus terminal, they don't realise it here, and we see the buses stop and people are out there looking and waving, and then they realise that there's a bar here and people are drinking and eating, and we sell growlers. You can take a growler on the bus. The beer world right now is just absolutely phenomenal. And everybody wants to get into it, and I can see everybody getting into it. There's bars I go into that used to do the traditional beers. Now I'm there, I can actually come in here now and have a good beer. It's phenomenal,
You've been open for 2 years. Have you noticed any changes in, not even just in the craft beer industry, but even in the patrons that come in? Do you feel like they're even better informed about beer in general? Or?
Well, people are coming in now and they're actually tasting other beers, because the usual run-of-the-mill bars have the Guinness and the Bud Lights, the Coors Lights and all that, and of course the Stella being a nice strong Belgium, but they're actually seeing what America really has to offer, when it comes, as in even Belgian beers, Omegang, you got your Colches, you got your different German beers from all like Flying Dog, all these brews, Green Port out in Long Island, these guys are, people are recognising what they are really worth, and it's good for me to hear that, people say, oh, I never heard this brewery, it's such a good beer, like Sean from the Bronx to come out with summer beer, it's freaking phenomenal. I drank it the other day and I was like, holy shit, so I texted him straight away.
Well, the East Coast beer scene has changed incredibly since you opened. We were sort of the wastelands a few years ago, and then in the last 2, 3, 4 years, suddenly there are breweries everywhere and they're doing amazing stuff.
Oh, they're incredible. All the guys in Long Island, just even Long Island alone, like John from Greenport Harbour, me and him are pretty good buddies. We come in Long Island, they come in, they're doing a good job. Great South Bay was in yesterday, tasted their beer. Everybody's making really good beer. And then you go upstate, Westchester, Newburgh and Southern Tier and so on. There's so many.
Everywhere you go.
We are the happy hour guys, so can you tell us a little bit about what happy hour is like here at Beer Authority? Do you guys have deals throughout the week, or are there certain days that are better than others? Or
The rooftop being open now, we're going to try and we do bucket specials, cans, craft beer specials and all that. And right downstairs we do from 4 to all day till 7 p.m. $1 off all beers.
You know what we haven't talked about is, yes, the beer here is amazing, but you have a full menu that you've put a lot of work and effort into, and it's fantastic.
We're trying to make it simple for everybody, what everybody wants and everybody like. I mean, because as you say, you being in Broadway, you got the people want to get a quick snack before Broadway. People want to come then for another. I mean, they want to get a dinner or a snack after, whichever way they want it. So we're just trying to make it simplified for them. I mean, we're not going by no means a steakhouse by any way. You know, we got Wolfgang's across the street. Let them do what they do best. You know, I mean, we just like to keep a traditional bar where you can get your fish and chip, your steak and kidney pies, your wings, your mozzarella, your quesadillas. That means a lot when it comes to the beer world, I think.
What's your personal go-to beer? Or beer style? We'll make it easier. What's your beer style?
I missed you guys. I wanted to come back in and just sort of sit here and I have to drink my Dale's Pale Ale, which is also one of my go-to. I mean, it's such a great go-to beer.
For me, I love IPAs, you know, but unfortunately they put me under the table too quick, you know. But I had a Bronx Summer Love the other day, or summer beer, and it was phenomenal. Victory's got a summer. I mean, all the brewers are coming out with phenomenal beers. You know what I mean? Every season now, it's just the way beer has developed. It's just they are really catering to the people's needs for each season going along, you know.
We finally got back to the way it used to be, where beer is a seasonal thing, and we're actually following the seasons with our tastes and our beer.
Yeah. And I think there's more than 4 seasons now when it comes to beer, because these guys are really nailing it. Like, you know what I mean?
Like the early summer, the late summer,
midsummer,
midwinter,
late summer.
Yeah. You know,
never thought of it that way.
We'll do a Christmas. We'll do a mid-Christmas in July. I mean, somebody come up with a Christmas beer in July. Why not? And as long as it's drinkable, that's all we need. Like, you know, I mean, that's the main thing. You know.
What are your plans going forward? How do you see anything? Are there any curveballs that you're looking to throw, or are you just going to stay here, be solid, bring good beer to the good people of Midtown Manhattan?
Well, as I said, we're opening another one downtown. No, we're going to call it the Barley Corn, and it's going to be a little bit bigger than Beer Authority.
You really don't do anything half-assed, do you?
As things progress, you guys will be the first to know.
Right.
So we'll see how it goes from then on.
Well, thanks so much for being on the show, man. We're huge fans, and we're just glad we got a chance to work this out and be here with you for a bit. So
I work just a couple blocks from here in my other job, and when you moved into the neighborhood changed. And I honestly mean, I'm not sure if all of my castmates would still be there if we didn't have you in the neighborhood to come to after a show.
This is sort of kind of a Broadway clubhouse. After a certain hour every night when the shows come down, there's a big bunch of Broadway actors that roll right in this direction.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for being here.
So thanks for joining us here at Beer Authority, just off Times Square in Midtown Manhattan.
That's right. It's places like this that are changing the landscape of craft beer in New York City and the East Coast.
I'm coming back as soon as possible.
That's right. I'm not leaving.
Yeah, that's the real idea. We'll see you guys later.
Thanks.
Cheers. Thirsty.